comparing famous NBA stars to their brothers. Everyone is familiar with the concept of sibling rivalry, and in the NBA, there have been multiple cases in which we have seen sets of 2, 3, or even 4 brothers who have made it to the NBA, or likely will be in the NBA one day. It is always a great storyline, and a very interesting event when sets of brothers all make it to the league. You always hear stories in which they would all play, practice, and push each other to their breaking points to make them the best versions of themselves that they could, and it was all worth it once they reached their goal of making it to the league. You hear how the older brothers did everything in their power to never get caught in terms of skill, and always beat their younger brothers, while the younger brothers made it their ultimate goal to finally beat their older brothers. In the spirit of sibling rivalry, today we will be looking at brothers who both played in the NBA, and comparing their careers and accolades to see which was the better brother. Klay Thompson and Michael Thompson. The first set of brothers we will be analyzing are Klay Thompson and Michael Thompson. Klay has spent 8 seasons with the Golden State Warriors, and is widely accepted as one of the greatest three-point shooters of all time. Along with this, he is a part of the dynamic duo with Warriors point guard Steph and Curry, deemed the Splash Brothers, because of their out-of-this-world shooting ability. Klay started his career making the All-Rookie team for the 2011-2012 season. He has greatly improved throughout his career, and has made 5 All-Star games. Along with this, he has made the All-NBA third team in the 2014-2015 season, and the 2015-2016 season. Also, he made the all-defensive second team in the 2018-2019 season, and was one of the building blocks in a crucial part of the Warriors dynasty over the past few years. He has become a 3-time NBA champion. In terms of career averages, Klay averages 19.5 points per game on 41.9% shooting from 3. In comparison, his brother Michael has only played 5 games in the NBA. He signed with the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 2011-2012 season. However, he was waived by the team before the season was over. At the beginning of the 2012 season, he was signed by the New York Knicks, but he would not play a single game with the team before he was waived. His career averages with the Cavs were 3.6 points per game on 36.4% shooting from 3, and 1.4 assists per game. This comparison is not even close when looking at the Thompson brothers. It is clear that Klay is the better player, and has had by far the better career. J.R. Smith and Chris Smith. The next set of brothers that we will look at are J.R. Smith and Chris Smith. Both of the brothers were part of a New York Knicks roster at the same time during their careers. J.R. was ecstatic when the team signed his brother, and because of the signing, wanted to find a way that he could stay with the team for a long time. However, eventually the Knicks would waive Chris, which infuriated J.R. He went to Instagram and vented about how betrayed he felt, and it was then that he would begin to find his way out of the Knicks. J.R. has spent 15 seasons in the NBA. He was drafted by the New Orleans Hornets. However, throughout his career, he'd become sort of an NBA journeyman who has found himself on quite a few teams. He only played 2 years in New Orleans before he went from the Hornets to the Denver Nuggets, in which he spent 5 seasons with the team. Then, he landed with the previously mentioned New York Knicks for 3 full seasons, where he would end up playing with his former Nuggets teammate Carmelo Anthony. Then he was traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers, where he would see the most team success of his career. J.R. won the 6th Man of the Year award in the 2012-2013 season, and was a part of the 2015-2016 Cleveland Cavaliers team that came back from a 3-1 deficit to beat the 73-9 Golden State Warriors team to become NBA champions. J.R. has career averages of 12.5 points per game on 37.3% shooting from 3. His 3-point percentage, paired with his ability to his moving and contested threes, has led him to be deemed one of the best 3-point shooters in NBA history. In comparison, Chris Smith only played in 2 NBA games in his career. Both were Knicks. However, Chris never recorded a single stat during his time in the NBA. He only played 2 minutes in his 2 games, and never took a shot, pulled down a rebound, dished out any assists, recorded any stats on defense, or even fouled or turned the ball over. As a result of Chris not recording a single stat in the NBA, and J.R. having the long career that he has, then this is yet another clear choice on which brother is the better player, and that is J.R. Lonzo Ball, LaMelo Ball, and Angelo Ball. The next trio of brothers were the same 3 who took over headlines as a result of the eldest brother taking over NCAA basketball, along with their father having some of the most disrespectful and blasphemous sports takes that the world has ever seen. Those brothers, of course, are the Ball brothers, Lonzo, Angelo, and LaMelo. As a result of Lonzo being the only one of the 3 that has played in the NBA, I will be making a few assumptions and leading potential of the younger brothers to play a big role in the argument. The first brother that we will start with is Lonzo. He was drafted 2nd overall by the Los Angeles Lakers, where he spent spent 2 seasons with the team before he was traded to the New Orleans Pelicans, where he is still playing. Lonzo is one of the most interesting players in the league to watch and follow, to see how he will continue to develop in his career. He plays the role as more of a pure point guard, who is pass first, score second. Along with this, he is one of the best defensive point guards in the entire league. It will be interesting to see if his jumper continues to improve and becomes a much more complete player, especially with him being on what could end up being one of the most loaded young teams in the league with the Pelicans. In his short career, the only award that Lonzo has been able to obtain is a spot on the 2017-2018 All-Rookie team. Currently, he averages 10.9 points, 6.6 assists, 6.2 rebounds, and 1.5 steals per game. The next brother we will cover is Angelo Ball. He was not drafted. However, rumors have begun to swirl that he will be signed to an organization's summer league or a G League team in the upcoming season, and will finally get a chance to jumpstart his NBA career, likely with the G League affiliate of the Oklahoma City Thunder. He also did not get to play a single minute of regular season college basketball. He scored 11 points in a UCLA preseason game against a Division II opponent. However, before the season opener, he and a few teammates were caught stealing sunglasses from a Louis Vuitton store overseas, and were facing about 3 to 10 years in jail. He was released, but suspended from UCLA. Shortly after the suspension, his father withdrew him from the school before he got to play a single minute of college basketball. The final brother is LaMelo Ball. He also did not play any college basketball. However, he spent time playing overseas. He impressed many playing against professionals overseas, and according to ESPN, is currently projected to be selected 2nd overall, the same pick that his brother Lonzo was selected with in his draft class. LaMelo Ball is currently a 6'7" point guard, which is an incredible size for that position. He is a great shooter who seemingly has limitless range. He will need to work on his defensive game and shot selection. However, he is a very promising prospect and a player that any team would love to have on their roster. During his time overseas, he averaged 17 points, 6.8 assists, 7.6 rebounds, and 1.6 steals. He only shot 25% from 3 and 45.8% from the field. Taking all of their careers and potential into account, I believe that the order of the Ball brothers from best to worst would be Lonzo, LaMelo, then Angelo. While there could be a case made to have LaMelo at the top spot, he is currently very unproven and a very raw prospect. He has not displayed the work ethic or killer mindset that is visible in Lonzo, and even in Angelo. I believe that LaMelo is the most talented out of the brothers, but just needs to lock in, get his body ready for the grind and physicality of the NBA, and then he may easily take the top spot on the brotherly hierarchy from Lonzo. Stephen Curry and Seth Curry. The next brotherly duo we will cover is Steph Curry and Seth Curry. Out of those we have covered up to this point, those two collectively have had the most successful careers. Stephen is widely believed to be the greatest shooter of all time, and he has revolutionized the game in the past decade. He is the driving force as to why the NBA is so much more three-point oriented than it has been in any other era. Along with this, the range that he can shoot the ball from makes him one of the most unguardable players in the entire league. He began his career making the 2010-2011 All-Rookie team. Steph is also a 2-time Most Valuable Player award winner, including one that he won unanimously. He led the league in steals in the 2015-2016 season, and was the scoring champion that same season. Along with this, he has made 6 All-Star games, and was a team captain in one of them. He was the best or second best player on every single Warriors team that won a ring, which is quite a feat, considering he played with players like Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, and DeMarcus Cousins. During this run, he won 3 NBA championships. In comparison, his brother Seth Curry has had a rougher trip that had more stops than Steph did to get to where he currently is in the league. He started his career by not being drafted. He would go on to sign a non-guaranteed contract with the Golden State Warriors, which was the team his brother Steph was on, and Seth played for the Warriors G League affiliate. Interestingly, while playing with the Warriors affiliate team, he would share the backcourt with Michael Thompson, who was previously mentioned as the brother of Klay Thompson. So while Steph and Klay were the backcourt for the Warriors, their brothers were the backcourt for the affiliate team. After showing success in the G League with the Warriors affiliate team, Seth would sign a 10-day contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs did not re-sign him, and he was forced to return to the G League. Later on, he would join the Orlando Magic's G League team. Later in the season that he signed with the Magic's G League team, he would sign a 10-day contract with the Phoenix Suns. Just like Cleveland, Phoenix did not give Seth another contract, and he was forced to go back to the G League. At the beginning of the following season, Seth would join the New Orleans Pelicans for the Summer League. After that Summer League, he would sign his first long-term contract. He would sign a 2-year, $2 million deal with the Sacramento Kings. After his contract expired, he signed a 2-year, $5.9 million deal with the Dallas Mavericks. Once this contract expired, he moved on to the Portland Trail Blazers, where he signed a 1-year, $2.8 million deal. After this season, he would return to the Dallas Mavericks on a long-term deal that was also his most lucrative of 4 years for $32 million. During his NBA career, Seth has averaged 10.1 points per game, while shooting 44.3% from 3. Interestingly, Seth always somehow seems to have his best games and plays at his highest level when he plays against his brother Steph. We saw this in a playoff series between Seth's Portland Trailblazers and Steph's Golden State Warriors. While Seth is the better underdog story, and it is very impressive that he's worked himself to where he is today in the league, Steph has had by far the better career, and will almost certainly be a Hall of Famer once he retires from the league. Final thoughts. To conclude, having a pair or group of brothers in the NBA is a very rare and difficult thing to do. Rarely do you see two brothers have careers on the same level, and it is easy to see which brother is the better player. Whether that be the older brother always reigning supreme over his little brother, or the younger brother working his whole life to finally dethrone their older brother as the best in the family. Thank you for watching, and subscribe to Up Next Sports for more basketball content like this.